Hi, this is Danielle Serpico once again, the Blackbelt mastermind, and I've just come back because I had a few questions coming into me and a few questions that I'd already had, and there's a similar theme going, which is how to keep your focus and motivation going when maybe you're not feeling like it, or maybe when it's waned a little bit, particularly this time of year in January. Your motivation has waned and you're wondering how to get back on track. So I just don't want to go in this evening. That's my excuse. I kind of want to stay outside and watch the sunset. It's just too nice. It's too nice to miss this evening. So such a lovely day, and I'm seizing the moment, I'm seizing the opportunity to stop by and answer this question once again. So tomorrow night I'll be talking more about this in Dublin in the Central Hotel at 7 p.m. on motivation, but for now I just wanted to kind of mention, okay, if you feel sometimes that you sabotage yourself, or if you feel like your motivation or your focus wanes, what can you do to keep that going? Okay, now I can't go into it all, but very simply, you know, you have your amygdala there back at the back behind your head in your reptilian brain. Okay, now what does that do? That helps control your fight or flight response, and you've probably heard that said before. And very simply, that means that if your emotions are heightened, okay, which your amygdala is there to help you from danger, okay, but no longer do we have the same dangers as we used to have. So we tend to find something to find dangers, like sheep, like I've been talking about in my last video. That's just a joke, but basically we find something to get anxious about. Now that's just an example of how we leave it sometimes too late. So if we relate that to motivation and focus, okay, it's just kind of the same thing, because what happens is we get all inspired, we get all motivated, we read a book, we go to a great, talk or whatever it is, and we're inspired and we say, okay, we're going to get going on this. And then a week later, 2 days later, a month later, our motivation has waned. Why? Because we have not planned in our head for the moments of adversity. We have not planned in advance. We have not practiced those success and habitual habits. Okay, so the trick to that is to start small. The trick to that is establish your base. I mean, martial arts, I talk about that all the time. And for self-defense, for mind, body and spirit, it's kind of the same thing. If you want to be a good martial artist, if you want to defend yourself, whether it's physically or metaphorically speaking, then you got to establish a base. Hi Kevin, hi Alison, thanks everybody for watching. This is my back garden, and this is my view at the back of my house here of my mountain. It's my mountain, Danielle Serpico's mountain. This is the Blackstairs mountain here in County Wexford, and I think that one is called the White Mountain, and I'm waiting for the sun to set because it's very, very beautiful, and I love my view, and it's such a lovely evening that I thought I'd just kind of hang around out here and watch the sun setting. So this is my second video because I'm looking for excuses. Okay, so we're talking motivation and focus. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. So it's all about creating little rituals, because whatever it is in life, if you have not established that base, if you have not created those little habits and rituals, now I'm talking about tiny little things. So your brain, your unconscious mind knows that when you say something, you follow through. So the problem is that most of us, we aim too big. We start off, we say, right, we're going to do this, and we start off really, really big, and then we lose motivation. So if you train yourself to do what you actually say in tiny, tiny little habits daily, then you're much more likely to succeed at the big ones. Now that's one tip. Okay, there's so many other things. I'm going to be talking about all these tomorrow night in the Central Hotel at 7 p.m. We have about 100 people booked in already. So the room is very, very full. I'd love to see you there at 7 p.m. in the Central Hotel in Dublin. And I'll be talking all about the main principles and the basics of NLP and how to use your mind more beneficially for yourself and have a mindset for success. The second thing I wanted to mention is, because after the first video I did, a few people commented and sent me a little private message, and I also have it in my meetup group if you want to check it out, the Dublin mastermind group, and not to highlight this poor gentleman that put the comment up in the meetup group, but he asked a question. Now his question used certain language, which is very, very common, and we've all done it, and he said something on the lines of what was it he said? Something like, how I've tried to create the energy to keep my motivation. Now if you've tried anything in life, you know that you've just tried. And I know it sounds pedantic, and I know it sounds very literal, but if you've tried, it means that you have failed, unfortunately. So what happens is your unconscious mind is like a little child, and if you use the word try, it actually hears you're just going to try, but you're actually not going to do. So be aware of the language that you use and the power that that has over you, because it's much more powerful than you actually believe. So change your words instead to something like, how can I achieve? Okay, what can I do, rather than what can I try? Okay, or instead of saying I'm going to try it, say I'm going to do it. Okay, that's more beneficial for your unconscious mind and much more likely to program it for success. So there's 2 little tips on how to keep your motivation and your focus. If you have any questions or comments, you can always email me also at info@theblackbeltmastermind.com. And if you're around Dublin, I'd love to see you tomorrow night in the Central Hotel at 7 p.m. As I said, it's going to be packed. We have, I think, about 100 people so coming so far, so it's going to be a very full room. I'm going to have also some of my students talking, who will be talking about the benefits that they have got from, you know, coaching NLP and all this mindset stuff. So if you'd like to hear more and see some wonderful success stories, come along tomorrow night. If not, of course, I'm always here to help through Skype or one-to-one sessions, or if you want to come and really master your mind, come and do the NLP training with us in March. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and it's Danielle Serpico, the Black Belt Mastermind, and I am going to watch my beautiful sunset now. I'm going to sit down here with a lovely cup of tea out the back and I'm going to enjoy this spectacular view as I'm going up to Dublin for the next 3 days tomorrow, and I'll be back up in the city and all that traffic and hustle and bustle, which I love also, but it's about being present. And for now, this is my present to myself. So I hope this was some sort of gift for you too. So I'd love to hear from you. Keep dreaming big, and until next time, lots of love. Bye.